Yes. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the special magistrate meeting. We'll be getting started shortly. Tommy Inzer, I see you have your hand raised. Is there something I can help you with?
Sorry, I just.
Good morning, Tommy. Good morning. I see we have a call-in listener. Last four digits, 4008. If you could please identify yourself. To unmute your cellular phone, please press *6.
Unmuted.
You are unmuted. How may I help you, sir? Oops. I'm sorry, sir. Please press *6 to unmute yourself. Hello, sir. You are now unmuted.
Okay. That means I'm unmuted. I can end this call.
Yes, you're in the call. If you could please give me your name so I can
I call for James Wickham. Address is 733 Northwest 15th Terrace, Fort Lauderdale, Florida 33311.
Okay, thank you, sir. Once your case is called up, then we will give you access to speak. Just as a reminder, it's *6 to unmute your cellular phone.
Okay.
Thank you.
She's coming. So, as a reminder, don't forget to be up. Bring it on. Yes.
Good morning. I see we have a call-in listener with the last four digits 9452. If you could please identify yourself for the record. To unmute your phone is *6. Okay.
Are you on?
Could you please identify yourself so I can change your name in the attendees list?
Yes, my name is Carlos Joubert.
Carlos Rivera?
J.O. Joubert, yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Good morning, Carlos. Carlos, please press *6 to unmute. Carlos, what is your case number or the address?
My case number is BE 2003-0049.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
It's okay.
Good morning. I see we have an attendee with the name LG. If you could please unmute and identify yourself for the record.
Yeah, no, she's my one of my students. I don't even know why you were like Mars here. I don't know.
It should be on that one. Is it still on, Mike?
Turn it on here, you will turn on the light, and then you can turn.
Good morning and welcome to the Special Magistrate hearing, virtual hearing for October 13th, 2020. All participants are going to remain as an attendee until your case is called. Once your case is called, you will be brought into the main room where you'll be allowed to speak and your case will be heard. Once a decision has been rendered for your case, you will be put back into attendee mode where you can either stay to listen to the hearing or you may go ahead and log out. At this time, we are aware of all participants in the room. Mr. Gadalov, we do have you, sir, and we have you signed up for your case. Our first case is on page 3. Case number CE 20010277. Case address 300 Sunset Drive. Owner Auto Unison LLC. Inspector Jose Saragusti. The property was posted on 9/23/2020 and posted at City Hall on 9/30/2020.
This one I swear in. I gotta turn my mic on.
Hold on, Jose.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Go ahead. Inspector Saragusti, on behalf of the city presenting the case as read, there is a deterioration of the wooden subfloor in the unit number 3. City is requesting 42 days to comply and $50 per day thereafter.
Good morning.
Okay, it appears that Mr. Audie had some technical difficulties, Jose, so we're going to recall the case.
Again?
Our next case is on page 2. Case number BE 20010099. Case address 74 Fiesta Way. Owner John A. Brown. Inspector Jose Saragusti. Property posted 9/23/2020. Posted at City Hall 9/30/2020.
I don't even have page. No, I don't have page 2.
Inspector Saragusti, on behalf of the city presenting the case as read, the permit were left to expire for install hurricane shutters. City requesting 42 days to comply and $50 per day thereafter.
Excuse me, Jose. I have to swear you in. You swear in affirm, please stand, sorry. You swear in affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings? Thank you.
Do we have a respondent?
Mr. Gadalov, could you please unmute your microphone and start your video, please, so that we can swear you in? Could you please unmute your microphone so that we can swear you in?
Okay. Confirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
Yes, I do.
42 days for you to deal with these permits. Are you in agreement with that? Sir?
Yes.
Yes. Are you in agreement with 42 days to deal with the expired permit?
Is it for my violation? Is it for BE 20050212?
No, sir, that's not your case.
No, okay.
Okay. Can you read the case number again so that we can get the right respondent, please?
It's BE 200502.
I wasn't speaking to you. I was speaking to the staff.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Apparently tuned in on the wrong case.
Thank you. His case is actually on page 8. It's a hearing to impose fines. Case number BE 20050212. Case address 520 Lido Drive, owner Jan's Development LLC, Inspector Hector Suarez. The property was cited on 5/14/2020 to comply by 5/14/2020. One section complied at $200 per day. $600 accrued, and the city is requesting full amount.
Good morning, all.
And may I speak?
Inspector Suarez presented case BE 20050212 520 Lido Drive. You need to swear me in?
Hector, do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
I do.
Thank you.
On May 14, 2020, a citation violation notice and red construction site violation notice were issued and posted for 2411B. There is loose or unsecured solid waste or construction debris on site. On May 18, 2020, the violation came into compliance, but as of this date, the civil penalty has not been paid. The city is requesting imposition of full amount.
Okay, sir, are you back with me?
Yes.
Okay. City's requesting the full amount of the fines, which is $600. Are you in agreement to pay that fine, or do you want to discuss it with me?
I would like to discuss it.
Okay, tell me what you want, tell me.
Yeah, we received violation and was corrected on, we received violation toward the end of the week, and we corrected it on Monday, on 18th. And also, I've never received fines because I noticed that all the fines, all the notices were sent to the wrong address, because I changed my mailing address a year ago.
I'm sorry, sir, I didn't hear you. Did you say that this was not out of compliance for 3 days?
No, because it was weekend and I couldn't get people there over the weekend.
Okay.
So they were there first.
Okay.
Special Magistrate, as pictures depicted not in compliance. I put pictures attached to the case. And on the day that I requested it to be in compliance, it wasn't in compliance.
Okay, what he's saying is that he called and that it was a weekend and he couldn't get out there till Monday or something like that.
Yeah, he never reached out to me
Okay.
to let me know. And I did post all my information on site of the property, and no one has reached out to me.
Okay, sir.
I was proactive enough to reach out to him in later future. That property is on our silt inspection for group 2.
Okay.
So.
All right, sir, is there anything else you want to tell me? Okay, I'm going to impose the fine.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We're going to recall the case on page 3. Case number CE 200-10277, case address 300 Sunset Drive, owning Audi Unison LLC, Inspector Jose Saragusti. Property posted 9/23/2020, posted at City Hall 9/30/2020. And this is for Mr. Jihad Audi.
Inspector Saragusti, on behalf of the City of Fort Lauderdale, presenting the case as read, there is a deterioration on the wooden subfloor in the unit number 3. City is requesting 40 days to comply and $50 per day thereafter. Sorry, 42 days.
Okay, is there a respondent?
Mr. Audi? Please unmute your microphone, please, so we can swear you in.
And video.
And please start your video. Mr. Audi?
Hello? Hi,
Yes.
good morning.
We need you to start your video so we can swear you in. Thank you.
Yes. Karen,
Please.
can you help me now, please? Yes, I'm here. This is Jihad Audi for 300 Sunset Drive.
Oh, okay. Can you raise your right hand so I can swear you in, please?
Yes.
Okay. Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Addy, this is Magistrate Flynn. The city's requesting that you bring your property into compliance within 42 days or face a fine. Are you in agreement with this?
We need more time because this is require an architect, and we've been working on it, but with COVID, it's not been easy. But we already hired the architect. We are working on it, but we need more time, please.
And how much time are you requesting?
If we can get 90 days, will be really appreciated, and I will assure you we'll get it done before that time.
Okay, any objection from the city?
It's a lot of time, that one.
I will promise you, Inspector, I will be also following up with you. I will send you emails to see the progress. I will send you the plans. But please work with me, and because now also we have holidays coming, it's going to be not an easy situation to be in, because we have only 15 days of October, and after we have November, and after holidays are coming, it's going to be. So if you can give me 90 days so we can pass the holidays, and I will promise you that I will get it done, and I'm going to show you progress while we are getting done, so you can see the progress.
Is the property occupied?
No, that particular unit is empty. Since he gave us the evaluation, it's totally empty, and we hired the architect. He went to the site, he took the pictures, when what need to be done, and we're gonna get it done. We'll promise you we're gonna get it done.
Okay, anything else?
No, that's it. If you can, please give us the 90 days because of we're coming into holidays in November and December, and during holidays, sometimes it's hard to do things and get things done because this require architect, require contractor. It's
Okay, I'm going to give you the 91 days.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
$50 a day thereafter if it's not done.
We'll get it done before that. I promise you. I'm gonna get it done this year.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Our next case is on page 9.
All right.
Case number BE 200-30049. Case address 340 San Marco Drive. Owner 340 San Marco LLC. Inspector Alexander Alvarez, Leonardo Martinez presenting. This property was cited on 3/27/2020 to comply by 3/29/2020. One section complied at $200 per day. $6,600 accrued, and the city is requesting full amount. Mr. Carlos, could you please start your video and unmute yourself so that we can swear you in? Mr. Carlos, please unmute your phone.
Mr. Carlos, again, *6 to unmute.
Mr. Carlos, do you swear and affirm
Yes.
to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
I swear.
Thank you.
Please turn your video on. Oh, he's on phone? Okay.
Inspector Martinez, do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
I swear.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Inspector Martinez in representation of Inspector Alexander Abores, presenting a case as read. This is a citation, and it was given to this address because there was no container to collect the solid waste and construction debris under the 2411A. The city is requesting the fines to be paid.
Okay, sir, the city's requesting that I impose fines of $6,600. Are you in agreement with that?
I agree, but I think it's too a lot of money to pay that because we are working until May, but we need to stop it because of the coronavirus. And coming back like 1 month ago, and that's why I ask for you to please, if you can lower my fee, you can help me a lot, really.
The problem is that you cannot leave a site abandoned like that for so long, you know, and that's why Inspector Abores went there several times trying to get a hold of somebody there, and nobody was there. So.
Yes, I'm working by January and February, and in February we start the work because I have not received the payment for the owner until May final. And we have some issue with the contract. We fixed that issue and start again. And now the outside is in perfect condition, cleaning, everything is fine. I'm working day by day right now.
All right, I'm going to reduce the fine to $1,800.
Okay.
Thank you. Our next case is on page 5. Case number CE19080534. Case address 340 Sunset Drive, number 1502. Owner Vittoria Bonami. Inspector Leonardo Martinez. Property was posted on 9/23/2020. Posted at City Hall on 9/30/2020. Ms. Adler, please raise your right hand so we can swear you in.
Good morning, Ms. Adler. Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
Yes.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, presenting the case as read. This is an expired permit and of windows and doors that were installed. The city is requesting 42 days to comply or $50 per day thereafter.
Okay, who's here for the respondent?
Liz Adler.
Hello, Ms. Adler. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Very good. Are you in agreement with 42 days to bring the property into compliance?
Yes.
Okay, great. 42 days or $50 a day thereafter. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 11. A hearing to impose fines, case number CE 19061388, case address 733 Northwest 15 Terrace, owner James David Wickham, Inspector Jorge Martinez. This case was first heard on 11/12/2019 to comply by 12/24/2019. One section complied at $50 per day, $2,350 accrued, and the city is requesting no fines. Mr. Matthew Kane. Good morning, Mr. Kane. Please start your video and unmute so that we can swear you in.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kane. Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Good morning, Inspector Martinez. Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings? Thank you.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, case and number and address as read. This case is complied and the city is requesting fines to be abated.
Okay. Sir,
Yes.
yes. I'm assuming you're in agreement with that.
Yes. Abated as in zero or as a reduced
Zero
fine?
fines, as in zero fines.
Let's make it happen. I agree.
All right.
Thank you, Leonardo. I appreciate it.
Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
We are aware that Mr. Gadala dropped off of the call, I believe, Magistrate, right when you stated his ruling. So I believe that he may not have heard it. So we're asking him back in to make sure he heard what you ruled for his case. Yes, Mr. Gadala, how can we assist you?
Yes, I would like to discuss because I have like very poor internet connection and it's like I couldn't explain myself.
I'm sorry.
Sir, I'm being told that you dropped off before I ruled, and I ruled in favor of the city for the $600 fine.
Oh, I couldn't hear it. I was trying to explain that the violation was like toward the end of the week and nobody could work there over the weekend. And we fixed the violation first thing on Monday's morning.
Yes, I heard that, sir, and I heard all the testimony, and that's my ruling.
Can you please reduce the fine?
Sir, I've already ruled.
Okay.
Our next case is on page 8. Case number BE 200-10045. Case address 711 Northwest 19th Street. Owner Venus Partners LTD in care of Boston Financial. Inspector Hector Suarez. This case was first heard on 3/10/2020 to comply by 4/21/2020. Suspended 4/22/2020 to 9/4/2020. One section not complied at $50 per day. $1,950 is accrued. And the city is requesting full amount and fines continue to accrue. And it is Miss Lucille Brown. Mr. Luciello Brown.
Okay, which case are we on again?
Page 8 at the bottom.
I have that as complied.
It's complied.
Okay, I thought she said the fines continue to. Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's what my agenda says. And the respondent is.
All right, go ahead.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Inspector Hector Suarez for the City of Fort Lauderdale, presenting case BE-200100045, 711 Northwest 19th Street. Case was originally presented to Special Magistrate on March 10, 2020, where evidence was presented and the magistrate found for the city. Property is in compliance as of 9/21/2020. I received an email from Elaine Velez. I'm going to present it to the Special Magistrate now.
Ms. Brown, can you unmute yourself, please, so I can swear you in? You swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Okay, who do I have here for the respondent?
Lucilla Brown.
Okay. The city's requesting $850 in fines for being out of compliance for 17 days.
$850?
Yes. Are you in agreement
Okay.
with that? That's what's.
Can it be waived? Is there a possibility of having that fee waived?
On the
For what reason?
Basically, the company was in process of changing over fire inspection companies. So that is what delayed the process. But we are in compliance at this time.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Your Honor, Ronald Montoya Hassan with the City Attorney's Office. I'd just like to point out for Your Honor that this is a financial institution that owns the property or is responsible for the property.
All right, I'm going to impose the fine.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 9. Case number CE 200502121, case address 1050 Northeast 5th Terrace, owner CMEX Construction Materials FL LLC, Inspector Hector Suarez. This property was cited on 5/7/2020 to comply by 5/7/2020. One section complied at $150 per day. $750 accrued and the city is requesting full amount. Mr. Jack Seiler. Please unmute your microphone and start your video.
Good morning.
Hello.
Mr. Seiler,
Hey, good morning, Your Honor.
can you raise your right hand so I can swear you in, please?
Yep.
You swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
I do, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Inspector Suarez presented case CE 200500121, 1050 Northeast 5th Terrace. On May 7, 2020, a citation violation notice was issued for 2514. There are offensive fluids and matter discharging into streets at this location. On May 13th, the violation came into compliance, but as of this date, the civil penalty has not been paid. The city is requesting imposition of full amount.
Okay, Mr. Seiler, it looks like $750 accrued. Is your client in agreement to pay that?
No, Your Honor, and I think there's some real confusion here, and I want to make sure this is clear because I've represented CEMEX. I've actually represented CEMEX going back when they were Rinker, back in the 90s. They've been my client. I stopped representing them on any matters involving the City of Fort Lauderdale for the period of time I was in office, and then 2 years following. When this got cited on May 7th, Judge, you have to look at the citation. It says compliance now. There's nothing in there that says you even have like a day, but they wrote now. And so CEMEX called me, called their environmental people in Palm Beach, called their general counsel, had no idea. They've never had a notice that said now before, not even comply by tomorrow, the next day. Your Honor, they immediately that day cleaned it up. They have pictures showing May 8th. They cleaned up the whole street. Not only that, they cleaned up Home Depot's side to play it safe. CEMEX is very, very sensitive to environmental issues. Obviously, they've been dealing with these things. You know, they're in about 48 states. They're very careful about this. And so they went out, not only cleaned up their side of the street, cleaned up the other side of the street. That was done immediately. Then I called, and Judge, I had surgery May 11th. I was going in, I had a total right knee replacement with Dr. Roche on May 11th at 6 in the morning. I called over the weekend. I called that number that Hector left, and I got Calvin It's the number, you could dial it right now, Judge, you still get Calvin. It wasn't even his phone number, but we called to confirm that everything was done on May 8th. He got feedback on May 8th, and Porter got feedback, our guy, this is the very next day, that they wanted us to put filters over the drains in the public street, not on our property, but on the city drains. I advised the client, I normally wouldn't get into attorney-client, but I advised them, look, guys, Fort Lauderdale's had a huge issue with stormwater runoff, stormwater drainage. If they're asking you to do that, do that. Their questions to us was, look, do we need to get some sort of hold harmless agreement, some sort of indemnification agreement? They're asking us to put filters over their drains. But they did it, and they complied. So, Judge, on May 8th, within 24 hours of this citation, we had cleaned up the street, cleaned up the drains, cleaned up the neighbors' drains, and put filters over the drains. I called again to make sure it was done because I knew I was going in for knee surgery at, like I said, and you can verify with Holy Cross Hospital, I went in at 6 a.m. Yeah, I went in at 6 a.m. on Monday, May 11th. No one ever called back. And my messages were, are we good? Because we've now done more than we were supposed to do, and we put filters over city drains. And I never got a call back, never heard from anybody. And then we find out now, since May, we haven't heard, Judge. Since May, they've known I've left messages. All of a sudden, here we are in October, and I'm being told there's a fine for violation of what they call now. I mean, how could a property owner fix a now without even, I mean, we had it done that afternoon, swept, cleaned, broomed, hosed, and then the next day did it again. And Judge, they have pictures. You can see the pictures in the bottom, May 8th. This was all done, and then we went and put the filters on the drain. So I don't know how the city, I mean, listen, I spent a lot of time, 25 years in public office. I've never heard of a now remedy without even giving a company that has an office out of the county, and we still complied.
Okay, sir. Is anything else from the city?
Yes, good morning. This is an environmental issue, Your Honor, under Ordinance 2514. Per my experience in construction sites, they have to put a silt protection on the city inlets 100 feet within the construction site. I see no exception for CEMEX to doing that same thing. And the reason why I put now on the violation, because it is a repeat offense. This is the second time it has been cited. And our inspector, Mary Rich, went out there about 3 or 4 weeks ago and was gonna cite him for the same thing, but it wasn't as bad. But per the photos, I cited on the 7th, giving them now, which they had to be in compliance on May 8th, and they weren't in compliance as depicted on the photos.
They weren't in compliance on May 8th?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Judge, look at the photos. I mean, if you look at, we're not a construction site, we are a facility. We're not doing construction there. We provide construction materials. So we're not a construction site under that statute. Secondly, Judge, please look at the violation.
The photos are gonna come out.
Are these the May 8th photos? Judge, that's May 7th after we cleaned. Hold on. That's May 7th or 8th? Right. That's May 8th, Judge. Look at swept, clean, not blocked.
There's no
And then,
silt
Judge,
protection.
and then we went and put the filters on. Judge, I also want to point out, because I'm a little concerned about his comment. Judge, look at the violation that is cited in this case. It says repeat, no. Recurring, no. How can they say this was a repeat violation? They never told me it was a repeat violation. And the citation says no at both locations where you can say this was a repeat or recurring.
What date is that last photo? 13, okay.
The 13th.
The 13th, Your Honor.
Judge, go back to the May 8th. I mean, that's not our side, by the way. That other side, that's Home Depot's side. That's May 7th. That's the citation. And then May 8th, Judge, and then we put the filters on. But Your Honor, I would ask that you please look at the citation. It says we're not repeat and we're not recurring. How can they say that it becomes a now?
Okay.
I'm reading it's checked. I mean, we spent thousands of dollars to rush crews down there to get this in compliance on May 8th on a now notice on a non-repeat, non-recurring violation. And Your Honor, can they put that up on the screen so you can see that? I don't know if you have access to that. Yeah, please, if you could blow that up. Well, Judge, that doesn't show. Ours shows. I have the actual copy, and it says repeat no, recurring no. That doesn't have the boxes checked on that. I don't know if it doesn't go through their copies. I can email it to you, show you or Rhonda, do you have a copy to verify that it says no?
I don't, but, and actually for the record, Rhonda Montoya Hassan with the City Attorney's Office. I think we're getting a little sideways, Your Honor. The nature of a 24 an immediate compliance for a violation, Your Honor has seen on, I'm sure, more than one occasion. Environmental violations, are almost always immediate. There are other type of violations that are processed that are of an immediate nature that have nothing to do with repeat or recurring. I don't think the basis of as the inspector stated, the basis of the immediacy was a repeat or recurring. He sort of, I think the testimony was more anecdotal in that regard. Again, environmental citations, whether done by building inspectors, code officers, or the police department, usually carry an immediate compliance because, of course, the nature of the violation, which is environmental. And as Your Honor sees, certainly there was some partial compliance, it would appear, but the compliance was ultimately achieved as of the 13th when you see the grates were properly protected.
Judge, I would ask, and because I'm stunned that the city record doesn't show this, and it troubles me that this would be the case. I can forward an email right now showing you the actual notice and showing you that it is not a repeat or recurring.
Okay, I have a question of the city. Was the not having the screens on there, was that part of what they were cited for?
Yeah, for 25 14th, we got a complaint from Inspector Mike Parfart from Environmental Inspector from Public Works, City of Fort Lauderdale. And I addressed the violation on May 7th, 2020.
Your Honor, the corrective action says clean and remove material from city inlets. This is what it says now, clean and remove material from city inlets. We did that on May 7th. Mm-hmm. Take action to prevent similar to wit actions from occurring. Take action to contain concrete, dust, matter, and or liquid. So we took the action to contain, we didn't know what concrete they're referring to, but I think they're referring to the silt. We cleaned and removed the material from the city vents. It says take action to wit other actions from occurring. I don't know what other actions they have no evidence of any spillage or anything. All they did is take pictures of drains. We cleaned it up on the 7th. We cleaned it up on the 8th, and we put filters on city drains outside of our property. This is not our property.
When did that happen, Mr. Seiler?
Judge, I think the filters went on as soon as we could order them. But on May 8th, we went and, you can see the pictures on May 8th. I've got them here. I don't know if maybe the city, I'm looking at May 8th. The street looks very clean. I'm looking at the drain. It's clean. I'm looking at a photo at 11:35. another photo at 11. I don't know if these things all came through. They're dated time. So then we ordered the filters, Judge. This is not on our property. To tell a private property owner that part of compliance is us going out in the street and covering the city's drains, we were happy to do it at our expense. And we did it at our expense. But to make that a mandatory, I mean, as I indicated, that's May 8th. I'm on calls with their general counsel, their national general counsel going, can we do this in city right away? I mean, are we allowed to go put stuff over? So it wasn't like they could have complied now, Judge. If we would have put our own filters on there, and what if Home Depot came out and said, we don't want those covering the drains? I mean, this is May 8th. Look at, I mean, this is, you know, I don't understand. And with all due respect, when a company does the right thing in a rush mode, they get a citation on the 7th, they call their general counsel, they call their attorney, they call their environmental office, they clean it up. On May 8th, they clean it again. And then they go out and they put filters on drains off their property. How can that be a finable offense before they can clarify that they can even, that's May 7th, Judge. But that was cleaned up that afternoon. That's May 7th. So, Judge, how can they say we've never had any prior notice, any prior citations? We have this done in 24 hours, and then we add the filters that no one had ever told us to put filters on before. It's not on our property. I mean, we're discouraging good corporate behavior. If somebody can rush and do this, spend thousands of dollars to comply, and the city says, despite ignoring every phone call from me, Judge, not a single return phone call from Calvin or Hector left at that number on the citation. I'm calling post-surgery and pre-surgery to make sure that we're in good standing, and not a single return phone call through today.
Okay.
And then they're trying to say May 13th. And I called Rhonda. She's the one that told me May 13th was the date. We weren't even told that.
Okay, City Attorney, what about his comment to the filters on city property?
Well, Your Honor, I think that's a better question for the inspector. I believe he did address that, and I'll certainly defer to the inspector. I would just add, Your Honor, that at some point, someone had a conversation with the inspector to understand that the protection over the grates needed to be put in place to prevent future environmental impacts into the city system. And perhaps the inspector can elaborate a little bit on that.
Yes, I made contact with the plant manager multiple times. I never received a phone call from former Mayor Jack Seiler. Today was the first day that I received a phone call from him.
Hector, who is 828-6148?
That is my number, 828-6148. When I first got here, they gave me 6. I came from community enhancement to building, and I had 6176, but at that time I had 6148.
Well, there's another voice message on there than you. You know that, right? We can call it right here from the hearing.
Okay. The issue.
I'm happy to call it because I've left messages on it.
That's not necessary.
Yeah.
Finish your statement.
And so
the reason why it's mandatory to have the silt protection on those city inlets is because the city was cited 3 years ago, and we need to be a little bit, as a city, more vigilant to not have that issue happen again. So that's why we have to make it mandatory, and we do make it mandatory to have those city inlets protected with filter fabric or gutter bodies. Ma'am.
Okay.
Your Honor, may I ask a question?
Put on there.
The filters were put on there on May 13th. May 13th, 2020. That's when the date of compliance for this case.
Okay.
Your Honor, may I
on the photos. as depicted on the photos.
Okay, one last word, Mr. Sila, and then I'm going to roll.
I just want to ask Hector, Judge, listen, I've got a lot of respect for city employees, always have. Hector, who did you speak to at the plant before May 8th about filters?
I don't recall exactly his name, but I did make contact with the plant manager and the assistant plant manager, and they said that they were going to work on it.
Do we know any names? I mean, because it's serious. I mean, our environmental guys have searched for any communication before May 7th. I mean, I can tell you from internal memos, this thing about now, everybody's like, was there an issue here? Has there been an issue here? I could
look up the notes and see exactly.
Tell me who you spoke with. If you told somebody we had to put filters on, because they would have taken it to the general counsel before, because with all due respect, Judge, I think you understand, for a private company to put filters on public property, normally they're going to say, look, do we need to have some sort of hold harmless indemnification agreement? Because we are doing improvements on public property, not our property. So there was a delay in the filter.
Mr. Sila, can I ask a question, please?
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor.
When are you was your client saying they did get notice to put the filters on?
Your Honor,
May 8th, Judge.
I did ask Senior Inspector Mario Karasquile and Inspector Leo Martinez to meet with me, to meet with the plant manager, if you want to hear from them.
What date?
When did this happen?
I issued the citation on the 7th. I believe that we made contact because I was getting the runaround from the plant manager, and I asked Senior Inspector Karasquile to meet me out there. I believe it was either May 9th or May 10th that we did make contact with the plant manager.
Okay, Mr. Sila,
Judge, May 9th was a Saturday. May 10th was a Sunday. So I know because
the date was May 8th.
No, I said it was probably May 8th, if that's when because that's when we actually elevated it above the citation on the 7th. The 7th, we cleaned up that afternoon. The 8th, we sent a crew over to clean up across the street, the whole street, including Home Depot's. You judge, this is between Home Depot and Cemex. So we did the other side of the street on May 8th. So we thought we were done on May 8th. Now I'm hearing that after we completed our compliance, now I'm hearing on Saturday or Sunday, they're saying they spoke to a Cemex employee and told us we had to add the filters. I thought they said that on May 8th. Now they're telling me May 9th or 10th. We don't have a record internally of this until the conversation with the general counsel about, can we do this? But Judge, just think logically, if the citation's the 7th, if we clean up on the 8th, and now they're telling us on the 9th or 10th we need filters, how can we be fined? I mean, we went out and rushed out and cleaned up.
Your Honor, part of the citation, I think we've kind of gone over and over this, but part of the citation discusses very specifically that the business needs to address preventative measures from happening again. So certainly there may have been partial compliance, but ultimately the business knew they had to put in the protection. They did put in the protection, and it was ultimately complied on the 13th. There was certainly partial compliance before that, but the last part of the compliance, which was the protection from it happening in the future, was done on the 15th, and obviously the citation and the case was closed at that time.
Judge, can I just, if they say they spoke to my client on a Saturday or Sunday, can someone take the mic and just say, look, who did they speak to on a Saturday or Sunday at a closed Cemex plant about us putting in these filters? I mean, we complied. If you read the corrective action on the citation, it doesn't say filters. It says clean and remove material from city inlets. We did it. Take action to
protect it from happening again. And so whether who spoke
on the Rhonda, on the property, we did. Take action to contain concrete. We did. The only thing we did not do is take action off of our property. Off our property. And that was done. And now I think we're hearing they didn't tell us that when they cited us. And now we've done it anyway, Judge. I mean, CEMEX is really sensitive to this issue. They're very environmentally minded, and they're like, they don't want to fine. Every fine they have, they deal with this on a national level. They deal with this. They are a huge company in multiple states, and they got to report every violation. They rushed to remedy. They then added the filter requirement, and we got that done. To fine us and say we're out of compliance from the 7th to the 13th, when I think we know we complied with this specific citation the next day.
Okay,
And then we added the filters.
Okay, I'd like to hear once more from the inspector. Is your testimony that you contacted them on a Saturday to tell them about the filters?
Judge, as I said before, it could have been the 10th, the 11th, or the 12th, but I know I made contact with the plant manager, with my senior inspector, Karasquile, and Inspector Leo Martinez. And we made contact, which was a good result, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, the next day or 2 days, they did come into compliance.
Okay. All right. I'm going to reduce the fine to $150.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And Judge, can I ask real quick, are we in compliance now? You mentioned something, Hector, that you said you went back out there and there was an issue.
As far as I know, you're in compliance right now. CEMEX is in compliance, but there is complaints coming from environmental, from Public Works, and we do address them.
All right. No, I'll send our guys back out there again. I did not hear about this, and I haven't seen a citation.
No, sir. It was like about 3 weeks ago. Inspector Rich took care of it, and she spoke to the plant manager already. And at that time, she did tell me that they were cleaning at the time of inspection. So they should be in compliance right now.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Have a good day, sir.
You too. Judge, how much time do we have? I just want to be able to notify them as to getting this paid.
I think you'll get my order. And so once you get the order, then you can, yes, once you get the order, then it can be.
It has to be paid within 30 days or it constitutes a lien on the property.
Did you hear that, Mr. Seiler? Oh, we lost him.
No, he's there. He's muted. Mr. Seiler?
You're muted. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Judge. What happens is when you come on and off, it says this meeting's being recorded. So
Okay.
it was speaking over you, and I couldn't hear your answer.
Okay, once you get my order, then they have 30 days to pay.
Okay. I mean, they'll pay right away. I just want to. I mean, they were very upset about this, so they're very anxious to get this off the books.
I understand. I appreciate the diligence.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Next case.
Our next case is on page 10. Inspector Jorge Martinez, case number CE19031267, case address 1412 Northwest 15th Terrace, owners William and Cynthia Spencer. This case was first heard on 7/11/2019 to comply by 10/9/2019, suspended 12/10/19 to 3/11/2020, suspended 3/16/2020 to 9/4/2020. One section not complied at $50 per day. $13,900 is accrued, and the city is requesting full amount, and fines continue to accrue. Mr. Spencer, you have to unmute yourself by pressing *6.
Yes. Okay, that's fine.
Get me to move. I can't move.
Okay, we press *6. You gotta identify yourself. Put your phone in your ear because they're talking.
Hello?
Hi, Mr. Spencer.
This is William
Hi, Mr.
and
Spencer.
Cynthia Spencer. We're sitting right outside. Maybe you can't hardly hear, so we're trying to get it together here out here. And what is this all Martinez talking about?
Okay, hold on one second. Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth that today's
Hello?
proceedings? Hi, yes. Do you swear and affirm to tell the
I don't hear
truth
nothing now.
at today's proceedings?
Hello?
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 Yes, Doris, I'm trying to swear them in. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hi, can you hear me, Doris?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Let me pass the phone over to Mr. Williams.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Oh, now could y'all read that all over again?
Yes.
Come over here, sister.
Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth?
Hello?
Hi. Do you swear and affirm to tell
Hello?
the truth at today's proceedings?
Hello? I
Hi.
still don't get, I can't hear anybody talking back.
Hello, can you hear me now?
They can hear you. You can hear them.
Hello?
Yes. Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
You can say yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Inspector Martinez.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. This case first came before the special magistrate on 7/11/19, where evidence was presented and the magistrate found for the city. The case is not in compliance and the city is requesting for fines to be imposed.
Hello?
Mr. Spencer,
Yes.
can you tell me why the property isn't in compliance?
Because of the, I've been sticking because of that lift station out there. And I explained it to you the last time. I explained to Inspector Martinez about those are boards or this there to keep the smell down from coming from the lift station. Because the city is working on the lift station over there. They've been working on the thing for longer than whatever it is. And those boards, we're not trying to make no addition out of this place. And I explained that to Mr. Martinez at the time. And those boards are just to keep the smell and the stuff out of my house because I'm sick. And the city haven't gotten back with us until I asked them how long it'll be before the city gets through door with the lift station. And then they never got back with me. All they said is that's all they can do right now. And I've been working with Mackenzie's office, the city manager. I have a host of city people out to my property every other day about this issue about this stuff out there. I don't have any problem with trying to come in and compliance because the boards is put up because just like we got this meeting now, because I have a medical condition. I explained that to you the last time we was there. And the city person, I think the attorney for the city, and I was telling her I wrote letters to the different people about the issue that I was having about those boards and about the condition around the house. And the only just plywood there to keep the smell from coming in my house. I don't really think I'm doing in compliance because what it is, I have those boards and keep the smell out of my home because I'm an anaphylactic. I explained that to Mr. Martinez at the time. I've been explaining for a long time and it looked like a conspiracy every time we talk about it. Ever since I sued you guys for $5 million, y'all been bothering me. Y'all been studying going backwards and forward in this issue for one thing after another. And the boards are there because of that lift station, because the spell in the lift station. Y'all never could get it right. And they supposed to get back with me. Nobody got back with me. I've been talking with my committee kids' office. I've been talking with the city manager office. I've been having a host of city people out in my home. And I've been talking with Miss Spencer there. And then when I was told I was fighting for my life, they was laughing. I went and talked to the health department. They laughed about it also. And that before the COVID-19. And then when the COVID-19 came in, And that's why we got the procedures like it is now. Because see, right now I have a medical condition. The reason why we have a completely those complaints is because it's for my health reasons. If I take them down, I can die. Because my neighbor already died from the COVID-19 because of that smell coming from around that corner. I gave a picture up to the thing to you guys to show about how the COVID-19 spread and see what it is. And there's no such thing that you can do to protect yourself. All you got is a social distance. And the reason why I have those boards there is till you guys get through with your problem with that lift station. And that lift station blowing that stuff into my house. And those boards there to try to defer some of the smell from coming in the house. And that's what I had told Mr. Martinez. All the other things they asked me to do, I did them. But see, why would I take a board that can kill me? And already my neighbor over next door done passed away since I've been with the city, when the city commissioner came to my house. And then since the other thing been coming in, it's not, I don't have any problem taking the board and becoming compliant. But see, right now, they're waiting, the system is now, because we're working on some of the things now because of the social distance.
Okay.
And you just imagine, I got to live with a 24/24 with the smell coming around the corner. Okay. And I've been asking the city, what is you guys going to do about that lift station blowing that smell into my house?
Okay, Mr. Spencer.
Those one of the reasons why I haven't took that down.
I understand that. Has the city investigated any of this?
They're doing, the process is supposed to be doing it now. I don't know what they're doing.
Mr. Spencer, please let the city talk now.
All right.
Josh, this is the third time we're here.
Yes.
Third or fourth. The case was already heard. This is a Massey. His excuse is that the smell is going to kill him. But his property, the windows are open and the carport is enclosed with plywood. He just has to remove the plywood to comply.
Remove the boards and keep his windows closed.
Yes, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, but if I move the boards, sir, that smell gonna come in my house. It'll be like my neighbor. I'm gonna be dead because that COVID-19 is killing people. And before that, I don't went to the environmental people. I don't went to everybody about the same thing. And I informed you guys of that also. I didn't even call the governor. And then your office told me, I don't care if the president of the United States write a letter. They don't care. And see what I was saying, if the city can promise me they can get this lift station straightened out, I can take those boards out as soon as possible. They can't promise me anything, but they want me to go and take the boards out. The possibility that I can die because of the smell and stuff, because I gave them a picture of the thing about it because they did a survey in our college. Okay. I could give it to the girl, she could bring it and let you see it. All right. There's over 3,000 people.
Mr. Spencer.
So many people done died.
Mr. Spencer,
yes, ma'am.
I understand your situation. And unfortunately, this has been going on for, over a year. And the violation has been found to exist. This is a hearing to impose fines. And so while I'm sympathetic to you, I think at this point with all of these extensions that you've gotten to try to straighten out the problem, I have no choice but to impose the fines. I'm very sorry, sir.
Do that again, ma'am.
I have no choice at this point. It's been over a year with extensions, and I have no choice but to enforce the law. And
okay, can I ask you another question before you do that, ma'am? What is the right for me to try to keep myself from dying because of what the system, if y'all guys can't get y'all stuff together? And this thing would happen before then, all the time.
Mr. Spencer.
And they're talking about foreclosing my property because if I can't pay y'all fine, and I'm already disability, and I'm sick because of what happened, the construction and stuff that you guys did at that thing. That's where the $5 million fine came off, $5 million fine stuff came from. because I can't do any work anymore that much because of the city made me sick.
All right.
And that's why I've been to court with that also. And I got the court record right here if you want to look at that. I can give you the case number at this point. And they've been over years. They've been 17 or 14 years. I've been fighting for my health.
Mr. Spencer, I have heard all your argument and I am very sympathetic, but unless you have a variance or something, I have no choice at this point but to enforce the law. So I would suggest.
Okay, what do I have to do?
Trying to get someone's attention.
I can't hardly hear you now because the guy on the floor.
Okay. Mr. Spencer, I'm ruling.
Hold on a minute because I can't hear you when I hear the floor. First thing you have no right. You going to force the law. I just had a right to both levels, that's all. So I don't think it's force the law. Something that makes me take some boards down to all this stuff.
So we're going to have our administrator go out and make sure that he understood the ruling as he's standing right outside. We're recalling the case on page 11. Inspector Jorge Martinez, case number CE 19061388, case address 733 Northwest 15 Terrace, owner James David Wickham. This case was first heard 11/12/19 to comply by 12/24/19. One section complied at $50 per day. $2,350 accrued, and the city is requesting no fines.
What? Okay.
This case was heard, but Mr. Wickham was not on the line when it was heard, so we're just informing him of the ruling, which is no fines, but.
Okay, all right. Mr. Wickham?
Mr. Wickham, please unmute your phone by pressing *6 so that we can swear you in.
Mr. Wickham, can you please unmute your phone by pressing *6? James Wickham?
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Hi, Mr. Wickham.
This is Mr. Fogg. I'm speaking for Mr. Wickham.
Okay, I have already ruled that there's 0 fines on this case, okay?
Yes.
All right, thank you very much.
You have a great day.
You too.
Our next case is on page 13. Inspector Leonardo Martinez, case number CE 19060698. Case address 919 North Birch Road, owner Coconut Bay Resort, Inc. This case was first heard 11/12/2019 to comply by 1/7/2020. One section complied at $50 per day. $3,150 accrued, and the city is requesting full amount. Mr. Matthew Kane.
Good morning again.
Hi, Mr. Kane. Thank you so kindly for returning. We apologize for the error earlier where you heard the wrong case. So this is actually your case for 919 North Birch Road.
Okay. So, Leonardo, are you there?
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Inspector Martinez with the city of representing the city. The case is as read, and the city will request to reduce to administrative cost of $225.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Your Honor. In light of everything, the $225 fee seems reasonable, and we would go ahead and accept that.
Okay,
And,
thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 11. Case number BE 20010090. Case address 1721 Southeast 17th Street. Owner Wilson Harbor Beach LLC. Inspector Mario Karasquile. This case was first heard on 2/11/2020 to comply by 5/12/2020. Suspended 5/13/2020 to 9/4/2020. One section not complied at $100 per day. $3,900 is accrued. The city is requesting full amount and fines continue to accrue. Mr. Andrew Shine and Mr. Robert Lockery.
Inspector Karasquile, do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
I do.
Thank you. Mr. Lockery and Mr. Shine, can you please unmute yourself?
Good morning. Can you hear me? Robert Lockery.
Yes. Good morning, Mr. Lockery. Do you swear and affirm to? I'm sorry. Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings? Mr. Lockery?
I apologize. I'm back. I think you were swearing me in.
Yes. Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
I do.
Okay. Thank you. Go ahead, Inspector.
Good morning, Your Honor. Inspector Mario Karasquile, presenting case and address as read. This case is in compliance and the city requests to abate the fines.
Okay, Mr. Lockwood.
We have, as I understood it, the
Yes.
case is in compliance and abate the fines. We agree to that determination.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Our next case is on page 5. I'm going to skip page 5. Oh, no, I see it. He's here. So our next case is on page 5. Case number CE 19100199. Case address 2421 Southwest 29th Way. Owner David McGowan. Property posted 9/23/2020. Posted at City Hall 9/30/2020. Mr. Gerald Inzer. Maybe it's Tommy Inzer because it's the same last name. Maybe he's utilizing someone else's.
I'm here.
Hi, can you please start your video so that we can swear you in?
Hi, Mr. Inzer. Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
Yes.
Thank you.
One, Your Honor, Inspector Martinez on behalf of the city presenting case as read. The owner already applied for the gate permits on 10/1/2020. There is a correction pending since 10/05/2020. The city is requesting 42-day extension or $50 thereafter.
Okay, sir, are you with me?
I am.
Are you in agreement to bring the property into compliance within 42 days? Sir?
Yes, we are.
Okay, thank you very much. If you run into a problem, make sure you contact the inspector before that 42 days passes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Our next case is on page 14. Case number CE 1903-0625. Case address 3333 Riverland Road. Owner Elijah McKenna. Inspector Alejandro Del Rio. Case was first heard 7/11/2019. to comply by 8/22/19, suspended 11/12/2019 to 2/12/20 and 3/16/20 to 9/4/20. One section not complied at $50 per day. $7,650 is accrued. The city is requesting full amount and fines continue to accrue. Ms. McKenna, please unmute your mic and start your video, please, so that we may swear you in.
Hi, Ms. McKenna, we can see you, but can you unmute yourself?
Yes.
Thank you. Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you.
Building Inspector Alejandro Del Rio for the city.
Alejandro, sorry. Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
I do.
Thank you.
Building Inspector Alejandro Del Rio for the city, presenting case as read. Case is still not into compliance. I'm gonna let the respondent speak.
Okay, so the reason why my house has not been in compliance is because my house, I have a case against the contractor that came into my property and made the house inhabitable. Back in October 2019, the Detective Hayes and Inspector Bobby Masula from the City of Fort Lauderdale came to my house, and he was doing the roofing work, and also he was supposed to be taking care of whatever was taking care of the house. I paid him $40,000 to do all the work, but he turned out to be a scammer with no license or nothing like that. So they recommended me that to go to DVPR. So right now my case is with the state of Florida with DVPR, and unfortunately I'm dislocated. I can't live at my house. I don't live at my house. I'm here actually in Massachusetts, and Your Honor, I was laid off. Also, this contractor put a lien on my house for $99,000, and I don't have a means to pay for any of that. So now that I got laid off about a month ago, about 3 weeks ago, and I still don't have a place to live down in Florida, but I'm able to, with the little savings that I have saved, what I've been working here for the past year, be able to at least, try to bring the house in compliance with this permit if I'm able to do that. Your Honor, all these things that have happened to me, it's been out of my control, and I'm just waiting I can give you the investigator number, Bobby Masula, the detective, and they can tell you the story about my case. And this is as of why I haven't been able to go. Also with the coronavirus, I haven't been able to travel.
Okay, Ms. McKenna, is there a way that she can renew this permit by phone or any other way? What's the city doing in this situation?
She definitely can renew the permit. She can send the application via email and have the permit renewed. And she was talking about a roof, but this is a permit for a sewer line. So,
okay, Ms. McKenna, do you understand?
What? No, tell me again what I have to do.
Okay, this is a permit for a sewer line.
Yes, but
not the roof.
Yes, but the sewer line, everything was combined for these men to do it. That's why I gave him the $40,000.
Okay, but what you need to understand is the only thing you have to do right now is to renew the permit.
Renew the permit.
Did you hear the inspector when he told you how you can do that remotely?
I'm sorry, I was talking. Can you tell me again?
Can you repeat what you said?
Yeah, the permit application can be sent via email, but you can give me a call and I'll give you more specific instructions.
Okay, and what's the phone number?
It's in all the notices you receive, but it's...
but I'm not at the property because of, it's inhabitable. Maybe, you can come with me. I can show you.
We understand that. He's going to give you his phone number right now.
Okay.
954-828-5982.
Okay, I will call you.
Thank you.
Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to grant a 35-day extension and suspend the fines during that time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Please get that taken care of. Call him after this hearing this afternoon, okay?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
Our next case is on page 11. Inspector Mario Karasquile, case number CE 19052381, case address 3500 Gulf Ocean Drive, number 2104. Owner, German De Jesus Blaza and Mario de Lourdes Montes Balza. Case first heard 11/12/19 to comply by 12/24/19. Suspended 3/16/2020 to 9/4/2020. One section not complied at $50 per day. $6,050 is accrued. The city is requesting full amount and fines continue to accrue.
Good morning, Your Honor.
One more, Mr. Karasquile. Aloha, can you please unmute your, thank you. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
I do.
Thank you. Go ahead, Inspector.
Good morning, Your Honor. Inspector Mario Karasquile, presenting case and address as read. This case came into compliance, and I'm asking to reduce the fines up to administration cost of $250.
Okay. Is the respondent there? Hello?
I'm here.
Yeah, this is Magistrate Flynn. Are you in agreement with the reduction of fines to $250 in administrative costs?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Our next case is on page 2. Case number CE 19090910, case address 2497 Southwest 7th Street. Owner, Belterne and Malira Casimir. Property posted 9/23/2020, posted at City Hall 9/30/2020. It is the 954-2140. Could you please unmute your microphone by pressing *6?
Hello?
Hi, can you state your name for the record, please?
My name is Zoltan Casimir.
Okay, do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
Yes, accurately, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Inspector.
Good morning, Your Honor. Inspector Mario Karasquile, presenting case and address as read. I visited the property and met with the owner, Mr. Belterne Casimir, and he granted access to all the areas. We found 5 efficiency units in this single family home. There were kitchens and bathrooms on each of those units. And this property is in the violation of the Florida Building Code 2017, Section 105.1 for work without permit, and also with the Section 310, use and occupancy. The city is requesting that the owner bring the property back to its original condition because the zoning classification for this area does not allow the owner to convert the single family room into a multifamily house.
Okay.
42 days for compliance or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
Okay, Ms. Kashmir?
Yes.
Yes. Can you bring the property into compliance within 42 days by reverting back to its original state?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Then thank you. Then one question, man. After 42 days, when I finish conclude with everything, then by this time, what can I do? What I will do for after?
Once you get the property back into its original condition, call me back. You have my phone number, and I will do an inspection and then comply the case.
Okay, even with some grill we used to get in this house and get the permit for it. Even you tell us to put 2 down of them. After that, we might have the chance to put those grill back on because this house is not unsecure.
Mr. Bertrand, as I said before to you, you have right now you had a person living in the addition, which is part of the original house. So you cannot rent that addition and then the other part of the house. It should be only one single family house.
Okay, then even we have 2 persons living there, then we're gonna ask them to move. Then after that, then we will call you for the inspection. Then even that inspector, but you know they will on regulation. You're not supposed to let us spend a lot of money to put like 2 electric meters, water meters. Then after that, then it says all just to go over there to get a permit to convert this house to a single family, to a duplex. Then here, then the city tells us they do not accept in this area to convert a house to a single family to a duplex. Then they even tell us they're going to send an email for rejection. But okay, until now, as we said, then 42 days to make everything okay, then call you for the inspection. Then okay, I think I will do that.
Well, first of all, Mr. Bertrand, you shouldn't install new meters or new electrical meters before obtaining the new use and occupancy for the house.
Okay, but for the conclusion of this, it is only one room we have to open and let the people move. Then by this, I don't know. It might take them a lot of time. Then if we give a notice today to look for a place to live. Then after that, we finish prepare everything. What you tell us to do, we do it. Then what are you tell us outside? We tell them put in inside. We get the permit. We get the permit for the electric. Even you said the house wasn't safe, especially for the electric. We resolve that. We resolve the water department. It's only one door we have to open and ask those people to notice it. Then thank you.
Ms. Casimir, do you understand that this is supposed to be a single family home? That you are not allowed to do anything else but a single family home, and it has to be returned to a single family home.
Yes, but I understand that was the addition. Something we had there. We had a part of to this house. Then okay, I think everything will okay.
All right, 42 days or $50 a day thereafter.
Okay, then thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Massohaney? Your case has been closed, sir, for 702 Northeast 5th Street, BE 2004-0294. That case is closed.
Okay, thanks. Nobody called me or let me know about that.
Yes, sir, it's closed.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Hi, Andrew, do you have another case today or are you just still in the room?
Hi, Tasha. No, I just have it open still.
Okay, no worries. Thanks, Andrew. Carmen Thompson. Oh, sorry, that's a staff member? Okay. Dana Neal Oakland. Could you please give us the case number or address that you called in for today?
Give me just one moment. I believe that is Bravo Echo. 20010107.
And your affiliation to the property?
Immediate neighbor.
Did you just want to speak something on the record regarding the property?
Yes, I do.
What page are we on?
We're on page 3. For the record, this is not the property owner. The property owner is deceased. This is a neighbor. Case number BE 200101007, case address 1717 Northwest 7th Terrace, owner Mary D. Jenkins Estate. Property posted 9/22/2020, posted at City Hall 9/30/2020. Go ahead, sir.
Well, the house caught fire. I'm sorry?
Excuse me, sir. Let me hear from the inspector first, and then I'll be glad to take your testimony.
Sure, thank you.
Okay.
In the meantime, Mr. Oakland, can you
Raise your right hand.
your camera? We need to see you, please.
Sworn.
Yes, I can swear him in.
Mr.
Okay. Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
I do.
Okay, thank you. The inspector will go ahead now.
Inspector Martinez for the city, presenting case as read. 9-259. This building is vacant and open to casual entry due to window open, missing, or broken. This building was involved in a fire and currently has structural damage, including but not limited to a hole in the roof. At this time, this building has no electrical service. Due to the owner being unwilling or unable to maintain the property according to the minimum standards established by the city ordinance, the city is requesting the following: that in the next 30 days, the owner applies for the required permits to bring the property into compliance with signed and sealed submittal documents from a licensed design professional, including an accurate itemized cost to restore the structure to meet standards for human occupancy and to meet minimum housing standards. Or apply for a demolition permit to demolish the unsafe, unhabitable structure, including all accessory structures on the parcel. In the event the owner does not apply for the permit and move forward with the rehabilitation or demolition of the property, the city will move forward with the demolition, including all accessory structures on the parcel, at owner's expense, and may lien the property to recover the demolition cost.
So, Your Honor, if I could briefly, just for purposes of the record, to give you a full account of the history, and for the record, Rhonda Montoya Hassan with the City Attorney's Office. As Ms. Jordan indicated, I believe, the property owner is deceased. There is no probate action that is open with the court. At this time, there was some efforts to probate what appeared to be a fraudulent will that was pretty much summarily dismissed by the court. There was a gentleman who had filed numerous pieces of litigation in circuit and federal court against the lender, against the city, against a number of people. I think all of those cases, or most cases, have been dismissed. There is a current foreclosure action pending on the property. There was a sale that was set, unfortunately canceled due to COVID. That remains pending. Recently, there was an action for quiet title filed, purportedly by, again, some alleged heir of Ms. Jenkins. There is a motion to dismiss that quiet title action set for next week. The city is a party to that litigation. There is no one currently that really has the legal right. The bank could have the legal right. The city has reached out. Our foreclosure attorney has reached out to the bank, indicated that this property has been a problem property for the neighborhood, an eyesore. If the bank would come in and assist the city and its residents to secure the property, to clean up the property, those efforts of the city have basically been ignored. So here we are today, nearing the end of 2020, and I would just say that the city attorney's office, for what it's worth, supports the relief sought by the inspector. We will be sending a copy of whatever order Your Honor decides on to the bank in one last effort to see if the bank is going to step in. But again, they've really shown a lack of interest or response to address the deplorable conditions on this property that has that have been there for years.
Okay. All right. I understand there's a neighbor that would like to speak.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what I assume that you're in support of trying to demo this property or get permits issued.
Yes, ma'am. I am full support. My husband and I live next door at 1721 Northwest 7th Terrace. And we've been property owners for going on 17 years this come February. We've dealt with issues over the years, over the 17 years with the property owner having numerous cases filed against her. Unfortunately, she did pass a little over 2 years ago. Shortly thereafter, the house caught fire mysteriously. And the tenant is trying to claim some sort of ownership and control of the estate. Thankfully, the city has finally, last week, sent someone out to board up the house. I've been communicating with the city attorney, the code enforcement division about this property and about how the individual, Mr. Rudder, has been coming and going from the property at all hours of the day and night, creating quite the ruckus and leaving trash all over the place. He's left cat food bags open so that not only cats, but raccoons and rats are coming and going from the property consistently. And it's
someone living in the property?
He was staying there up until the notice was posted about this special magistrate's hearing. We have recordings of him coming and going from the property. He would come at night, sleep on what's left of a fold-out sleeper sofa that's in the carport or in the driveway in front of the enclosed carport, and then he would subsequently leave in the morning. And again, we have not seen him since the notice was posted about this meeting, thankfully, because it's been quiet. We haven't had to deal with that. Likes to get out there and get drunk and sing and create all kinds of ruckus. So we wholeheartedly support the demolition of this property. It's not only an eyesore, but it's a health hazard with all the feral cats, the animals that are coming and going, the rats that my dog constantly chases out of our yard into the yard next door.
Okay, I get it.
My only issue is it's just taken over 2 years for anything to be done on this property. Like I said, they just started boarding it up last week.
All right, thank you very much. I'm going to grant the city's request, and I would also request that city attorney, is somebody appearing from the city attorney's office at the quiet title action next week?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm going to be there on behalf of our foreclosure attorney because she'll be out. So I'm going to be there, and I will fully inform the court and the alleged heir. Your Honor may recall what the neighbor said. Mr. Rudder appeared before the magistrate several times and tried to assert that he had a right to the property. That's never been established by any court, despite the numerous proceedings. So at this point, we're just going to notify as many people as we can in good faith, even though we're not legally required to.
Okay. I would request that, obviously, you agree to let the court know and the bank know.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We'll go from there. So ordered.
Frank?
May I ask a question?
Go ahead. I guess he's lost him.
Go ahead, Mr. Oakland.
Thank you. If I may ask, what is the next step in the process so I can keep up with this?
Okay, the next step in the process is I've just issued an order that they have 30 days to apply for a demo permit and or prove that the property is structurally sound and apply for building permits. And if that doesn't happen in 30 days, then the city can do the demo themselves.
So basically we have a 30-day window for something to happen, which we know nothing's going to happen. And then we have to go through another 30-day process to get things rolling. I'm
not exactly sure how long the city takes to demo the property, but that's my order.
And I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I appreciate you allowing me to speak on this property, and I will keep track of it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Frank. Good afternoon, Frank.
Good afternoon.
Hi, I would like to issue an apology because it appears that you received a notice in error as your property has a case before the Code Enforcement Board.
Correct.
This is not the Code Enforcement Board, this is Special Magistrate. So I do apologize that you have waited to be heard today. That particular hearing has been postponed.
Okay.
You will get a new hearing date.
Okay, I've received 2 notifications, one for today and one for October 27th. So I'm confused as to which one I'm supposed to be at. So I just played it safe by showing up at today's.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Actually, before you leave, neither, because there will be no hearing at the end of October. So again, we apologize to you and just wait for a next notice. But you're speaking with Rhonda Hassan in the city attorney's office. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, you don't have to, obviously not today, and the code board is not going forward at the end of October as well. So you'll be getting a notice probably for November.
Okay, just for the records, I will have this in compliance probably by tomorrow. I should have a final, I'm waiting for the city to come up and finalize the actual permit and verify everything's in compliance. So I should have this.
So you probably won't even have to come up here. That's fantastic.
Okay, so I do appreciate it, and everybody stay healthy and safe, please.
You too, sir. Thank
you.
You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Michael Daniel. Good morning, Mr. Daniel. Can you please unmute your microphone and start your camera and let us know what property or case number you're here to discuss?
Hello.
Hi, good morning. You're here regarding which case?
I don't find the camera. The case number is CE 14111-345. We received this yesterday, and it was confusing because the link was for the hearing for tomorrow. So I called there and I talked to Yvette, and she said to sign up for the hearing today. Because it says today, October 13th, but the link was for the hearing tomorrow.
Okay, so you definitely have a case before the magistrate today. Can you please start your camera so that we can see you, as we would need to swear you in?
What page are we on?
The case is on page 11.
Where is the camera?
14111-345.
I thought it was because you placed it.
905 Northeast 18th Avenue, owner 53 Victoria Park, LLC, Inspector Jorge Martinez. This case was first heard June 18th, 2015, to comply by August 16th, 2015, suspended March 16th, 2020 to September 4th, 2020. One section not complied at $50 per day. $86,100 is accrued. The city is requesting full amount and fines continue to accrue.
Inspector Martinez.
One second, Jorge. Can you state your name for the record, please?
Michael Daniel.
Okay. Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Inspector.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. This case is not in compliance. City is requesting for fines to be imposed.
Okay, sir. This case has been out of compliance and this has been going on since 2015. Why has this not been complied?
We are new owners. We bought the place 2 years ago, and we never received anything. And we just received yesterday. It was sent to Orlando, and we received it yesterday. And all the previous notices, we think went to the previous owner.
Okay. All right. Is there a problem with the owner that received? He says he's been the owner for 2 years.
Not 10, 2 years.
I just got this case 2 weeks ago. It was from another inspector.
Okay. Sir, what I'm going to do is apparently there's some outstanding permits that were left to expire on the property that need to be taken care of. I'm going to give you an extension of 42 days and suspend the fines during that period of time so that you can deal with the permit situation. And then when you're done with it, unfortunately, you're going to have to come back and address the fines that have accrued that are over $86,000.
Okay, I guess we cannot talk about money before actually the problem being resolved.
Yeah, we have to get the property into compliance before I can talk about the fines. And
okay.
You know, we'll try to work with you on it, but
we will do that.
Get the property into compliance first.
Okay, we will do that. We just learned about this yesterday.
Okay. All right. Well, it seems like you might want to check with the prior owner on that.
Yes, we will.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much.
No, we can continue unless anybody else needs a break. Everyone good? I suspended the fines 40 to 42 days to bring the property into compliance.
So now we're going to continue our hearing with the non-respondents. Our next case is on page 1. Case number CE 19071373, case address 4250 Gulf Ocean Drive, number 14K. Owner Lisa Gassman. Property posted 9/23/2020, posted at City Hall 9/30/2020. Inspector Mario Karasquile.
Mario Karasquile, Building Inspector for the city, presenting case and address as read. There are expired permits related to this property, and as stated on today's agenda, remain expired. The city is asking under the Florida Building Code 2017-105.3.2.1 for the owner to come into compliance within the next 42 days or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
So ordered.
Thank you, Honor.
Our next case is on page 2, Inspector Jose Saragusti. Case number BE 200100028, case address 1041 Alabama Avenue. Owner Otney Jean. Property posted 9/23/2020, posted at City Hall 9/30/2020.
Inspector Saragusti, on behalf of the city presenting the case as read, the permit were left to expire for window replacement and entrance door. City requesting for 42 days to comply and $50 per day thereafter.
So ordered.
Our next case on page 2, case number BE 200100074, case address 6420 Northwest 34th Avenue, owner Walter Schutz. Property posted 9/23/2020, posted at City Hall 9/30/2020.
Inspector Saragusti, on behalf of the city presenting the case as read, the permit were left to expire for window replacement and entrance door. City is requesting to 42 days to comply and $50 per day thereafter.
So ordered.
Our next case is on page 3. Inspector Alexander Alvarez, Inspector Leonardo Martinez presenting case number BE 200-40168. Case address 303 Northwest First Avenue, owner Drew Vincent Breen LLC. Property posted 9/22/2020, posted at City Hall 9/30/2020.
Leonardo Martinez, building inspector for the city, presenting case number BE 2004-0168 on behalf of Inspector Alexander Sabores. The backflow prevention device has not been rectified. The city is asking under City Ordinance 28-155A for the owner to come into compliance within the next 42 days or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
So ordered.
Our next case is on page 4, case number CE 19071363, case address 424 Southwest 13th Terrace, owner Sunsika Martinesevic and Mariana and Mario Martinesevic, property posted 9/28/2020, posted at City Hall 9/30/2020. Inspector Leonardo Martinez presenting for Inspector Alexander Alvarez. 424 Southwest 13th Terrace.
Leonardo Martinez, building inspector for the city, presenting case CE 19071363 on behalf of building inspector Alexander Sabores. Property address as read. There are expired permits related to these properties as stated in today's agenda. The city is requesting 42 days to comply or $50 per day thereafter.
So ordered.
Our next case on page 4, Inspector Leonardo Martinez, case number BE 200-10056. Case address 2208 Southwest 3rd Avenue, owner 2208 Southwest 3rd Avenue, LLC. Property posted 9/23/2020, posted at City Hall 9/30/2020.
Leonardo Martinez, building inspector for the city, presenting case BE 2001-0056. Property address as read. There are expired permits related to this property as stated in today's agenda. The city is requesting 42 days to comply or $50 per day thereafter.
So ordered.
Inspector Leonardo Martinez on page 4. Case number BE 200-10059. Case address 2572 Riverland Drive. Owner Laverta and John Paul. Property posted 9/23/2020. Posted at City Hall 9/30/2020. (2572) Riverland Drive.
Is it 2572 Riverland Drive?
Yes.
Okay, Leonardo Martinez, building inspector for the city, presenting case as read. The property address as read. There are expired permits related to this property as stated in today's agenda. The city is requesting 42 days to comply or $50 per day thereafter.
Our next case is on page 6. Inspector Jorge Martinez. Case number BE 200-40366. Case address 500 East Broad Boulevard. Owner FTL 500 Corp. Property posted 9/29/2020. Posted at City Hall 9/30/2020. .
Inspector Martinez for the city, presenting case number and address as read. There are expired permits related to this property as stated in today's agenda, and as of 10/8/2020 remain expired. The city is asking under the owners to come into compliance within the next 42 days or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
So ordered.
Our next case on page 6, case number CE 1906147, case address 1464 Southwest 30th Terrace, owner Brittany Noche. Property posted 9/22/2020, posted at City Hall 9/30/2020.
9-1D, any violation of the Florida Building Code shall be a violation of this section and punishable as provided for in this section. At the rear of the property, a building was built with voided applied permit from 2014 and has become work without permit as per the Florida Building Code, Board Edition, Section 105.1. The property has been converted to a duplex without approvals from the city zoning department. New plumbing and electrical supply lines were installed without permits to supply the new installed fixtures. There are new windows and doors that were installed without the required permits on the main and rear building. I reviewed the case on 10/8/2020, at which time I verified the violation remains. The city will request 63 days to comply or a fine of $50 a day thereafter.
So ordered.
Case on page 6, case number CE 19111340 will be rescheduled. Our next case on page 7, the property on page 6 is being rescheduled because the property owners were present on another property, but
okay,
I don't want it to be heard and they were actually here and could have spoken on the property. So we'll reschedule it for our next hearing. Our next case is on page 7, case number CE 200100307, case address 3370 Southwest 20th Street, owners Stephen and Christina Lazarides, property posted 9/22/2020, posted at 9/30/2020, posted at City Hall on 9/30/2020.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, presenting case as read. 9-1D, any violation of the Florida Building Code shall be a violation of this section and punishable as provided for in this section. There's a new wood fence that was built without the required permits as per the Florida Building Code, Board Edition, Section 105.1. I reviewed the case on 10/8/2020, at which time I verified the violation remains. The city will request 35 days to comply or a fine of $50 a day thereafter.
So ordered.
Thank you. We'll now begin our section for the hearing to impose fines. If there are no requests that are different from what's in the agenda, building inspectors, you all are free to go. So our next case is on page 8, case number CE 170600359, case address 105 Northeast 16th Terrace, owner JHS LLC. Case first heard 12/7/17 to comply by 1/18/18. One section complied at $100 per day, $39,000 accrued, and the city is requesting $1,275.
So ordered.
Our next case on page 9, case number CE 1906135, case address 2730 Southwest 19th Street, owner Gerard and Daphne Diofe. Case first heard 11/12/19 to comply by 12/24/19, suspended 1/17/2020 to 4/18/2020, and 4/19/2020 to 9/4/2020. One section not complied at $50 per day, $1,900 accrued. This is requesting full amount, and fines continue to accrue.
So ordered.
On page 10, our next case is on page 10, case number CE 190400678, case address 1106 Northwest 7th Street, owner Leventon Real Estate LLC. Case first heard 8/13/19 to comply by 9/24/19, suspended 12/10/19 to 2/12/2020, and suspended 3/16/2020 to 9/4/2020. One section not complied at $50 per day, $7,400 accrued. The city is requesting full amount and fines continue to accrue.
So ordered.
Our next case is on page 12. Case number CE 200116667, case address 1031 Seminole Drive, owner 1031 Seminole Drive, LLC, attention David Nussbaum. The property was cited on 1/29/2020 to comply by 2/1/2020. One section complied at $200 per day, $400 accrued and the city is requesting full amount.
So ordered.
Our next case on page 12, case number CE 190300690, case address 2470 Southwest 21st Street, owner Jungle Queens, Inc. Case first heard 8/13/19 to comply by 11/12/19. Suspended 3/16/2020 to 9/4/2020. One section not complied at $50 per day. $16,300 is accrued. Inspector Mario Karasquile.
Good morning, Your Honor. This case came into compliance and the city is requesting to reduce the fines to administration cost of $1,202.
So ordered.
Thank you, Your Honor. 1202.
Our next case is on page 13. Case number CE 1907175, case address 515 Northwest 7 Terrace, owner SMA Bar, Edward Smith, estate and all others. Case first heard 12/10/19 to comply by 1/21/2020. One section complied at $50 per day. $1,150 accrued and the city is requesting full amount.
So ordered.
Our next case is on page 14. Case number CE 190413009, case address 1018 Northwest 14th Court, owner 2016 Paul Real Estate LLC. Case first heard 9/10/19 to comply by 10/22/19. One section complied at $50 per day. $7,250 accrued and the city is requesting full amount.
So ordered.
Our last case is on page 14, case number BE 200200025, case address 3029 Alhambra Street, owner KW Alhambra Property LP. This property was cited on 2/10/2020 to comply by 2/10/2020. One section complied at $500 per day, $1,500 accrued and the city is requesting full amount.
So ordered.
This concludes the special magistrate virtual hearing for October 13th, 2020.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a nice day, everybody.
You too, Rhonda.
You too, Rhonda.